Okay, let's get started with class. Today's Thursday. I'm Coach Ryan. I'll be your instructor for the Power and Technique class for swimming and water polo. The first 30 minutes, we're going to go over mostly swimming things, and it'll be things that you can do for all four strokes. So it's not just going to be freestyle based. In other classes, we'll maybe focus on different strokes like more breaststroke, more backstroke, more fly. And we'll kind of rotate that throughout the weeks. But most of it's going to be movements that you use for all four strokes. So don't worry about don't worry about thinking like it's all freestyle, because it's not going to be. And then the last 15 minutes, we'll do some overhead throwing for water polo and any overhead throwing sport you might play. So let's get started by warming up our hips. Always a good idea to warm up your hips no matter what you're doing, because a lot of the exercises we will do will involve your core and your hips anyway, even if it's upper body. And that's a big muscle group, so we start warming that up and get the blood flowing. Easiest exercises to start with are just your body weight squat. So I'm going to have my heels just outside my shoulders. My feet are going to be turned out just a little bit, about 15, 20 degrees. And I'm going to go straight down into my squat. I'm not going to lean forward. So let's go ahead and do 10 squats. Warm up our hips and our knees and our ankles. 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. Good. I'm going to show you what I mean by going vertical instead of leaning forward. When you start your squat, you don't want to do this. When you start your squat, you want to bend at the knee and the hip and try to go down as far as you can vertical before you might have to lean forward with your upper body. Okay? Next exercise, hip hinge. For freestyle, backstroke, butterfly, you can have your feet closer together for this. For breaststroke and water polo, we want to do hip hinges with a wide stance. Okay, so I'm going to do wide stance today. What I'm going to do is bend my knee just a little bit, and then I'm pushing my hips back and bending at the waist. Okay, until I feel stretch in the hamstring. Right now I feel a stretch in the hamstring because I'm still warming up. And I'm going to come back up, just like that. Push your hips back. Pull with your hamstring to come up. Let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. I'm just warming up. 9, 10. Nice and controlled. Just loosening up a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to jump on the ground or on a mat. Actually, I'm going to use the mat for this. We're going to do some hollow holds, which will engage our core, activate our core a little bit. Nothing too crazy, just getting the blood flowing, warming up still. Okay, hands straight overhead, kind of in our streamlined position, legs straight. I'm just going to raise my legs off the ground about 6 inches, and I'm going to lift my shoulders off the ground as much as I can. So ready, up. I'm going to hold that for 5 seconds. Got to warm up. Ready, up. We're going to hold for 5 seconds. Relax. Okay, keep that streamlined position, hands over your head. I'm kind of rolling back and forth a little bit, just kind of stretching out my lats and my shoulders. Okay, ready, up. Relax. We'll do one more. Warming up a little bit. Ready, up. Relax. Okay, I'm going to keep my hands over my head. I'm kind of getting a good stretch. Now I'm going to flutter kick. Let's do 10-second flutter kick. Just raise your feet off the ground just a little bit. Okay, not a big flutter kick. We're just warming up our legs, go. Warming up our hips still, keep going. Keep going. Relax. Good, we'll do one more. Keeping my hands over my head. I like this stretch. I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder blades together a little bit. Kind of open up my chest some more. Okay, flutter kick, 10 seconds, go. 5. Relax. All right, hop back up. All right, let's start working our shoulder mobility. I'm gonna use a door frame. Okay, I have a door frame here. I have the overhead part of the door frame, if I can reach it. Otherwise, I'm gonna put my hands to the side. All I'm gonna do is press forward with my body until I feel a stretch in my chest and my shoulder, bottom part of my shoulder. Once I feel that stretch, I'm gonna stop. Now I'm gonna press into the door frame kind of hard, 5 seconds. So ready, press. I'm not moving, I'm just pressing into it. Relax. So I'm feeling tension here in the chest, activating my chest muscles. So lean forward until you feel a slight stretch, and press. Relax. Should feel like you're pressing a little bit more, a little bit harder each time. We'll do 2 more. High arms, bend the elbow just a little bit. Lean forward. Press. Relax. Okay, one more time. Should feel like your chest is activating, pressing a little bit harder, making the rest of your body hold its position a little better. Lean forward. Ready, press. Relax. Okay, good. Opening up the chest a little bit on that one. Next, we're going to do a pulling motion. So I have my door frame. I'm going to hook my hand around the door frame, and I'm going to sit down. Okay. What I'm trying to do is extend my shoulder as far forward as I can. Okay, and now I'm going to kind of change my stance here. I'm going to pull on the door frame just a little bit, bringing my shoulder back here. Shoulder forward, pull. Okay. I'm using my leg as a counterbalance, kind of fighting my pull. So I did 2 with the left arm. Let's go right arm. Okay, lean all the way back. Nice long shoulder here, forward of your face. Pull. You don't have to get all the way to the wall. Just creating tension. Relax. Again, pull. Relax. Good. Make sure your shoulder moves in a long range of motion. Let's go back to the left arm. Extend all the way forward. Now pull. Relax. Okay, I'm pulling hard. This isn't easy exercise. Ready, pull. My leg's fighting my arm. Should feel it in the back up here. Relax. Okay, good. Switch arms. Shoulder all the way forward. Pull. Pull your shoulder blade back. Relax. One more. Shoulder all the way forward. Now pull it back. Pull, pull, pull. Pull. Relax. Okay. Now let's do a push. You don't need a wall frame, or you don't need a door frame. You can use just a wall. This is the same concept, it's just opposite, okay? So I'm gonna lean forward into the wall, leg into the wall, and then my arm's gonna fight that, okay? So I'll go left arm first. Okay, so arm all the way forward, shoulder all the way forward. And now lean forward, and I'm pressing, pressing, pressing. I don't need to go all the way to the wall. All the way back up. Shoulder all the way forward. Good, one more. Shoulder all the way forward. And I have my hand, I'm gonna have it a little bit lower than where my shoulder's at in this one. And you can turn your hand outside or up, or even kind of in the middle, depending on, you know, if you're on the wall or on a pole or a door frame. Okay, shoulder all the way forward. Now lean into it. I'm pressing, I'm pressing. Now back, out, relax. Good, other arm. Shoulder all the way forward. Hand just below the shoulder. Okay, lean forward into it, press, press, press. Should feel it in the tricep, the back of the arm, and the chest muscles. All got. One more. Hand below the shoulder. Shoulder all the way extended. Now lean into it. Back out. Good, relax. Okay, and if you have bands on a pole, it's the exact same concept where now I just have the band attached to something, and I'm just pressing out, right? Okay, and then same thing with the pole, shoulder all the way out, and then I'm pulling, okay? So exact same motion, exact same concept. You don't need to use any type of devices, but if you have them, sometimes it just makes it a little easier. Okay, shoulder rotation, okay? Big part of swimming is the shoulder rotation when we're starting our stroke, the power phase, and then the recovery. Same thing with water polo, throwing motion. And the rotators get a lot of work when we're practicing and swimming. And that's sometimes how we get injuries, because you're overworking the rotators and they're getting fatigued, and then we're not doing proper maintenance of those muscles outside of the water. It's really hard to do maintenance of those inside the water. So the first thing that we'll work on is the external rotator from the high elbow position, okay? So I'm gonna have my elbow up. It's gonna be in line with my shoulder. So same height as my shoulder. I'm gonna press it into the wall. And this is a good exercise to warm up on the pool deck. It's pretty easy, you're just pressing into the wall. And I'm gonna press my wrist into the wall, okay? So my elbow, it's a good way to do this. My elbow is in the wall, my wrist is in the wall, and then I'm gonna press my wrist, okay? So elbow high, ready, press your wrist, 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you should kind of feel it right here. Little tension, no pain. If there's pain, kind of want to relax a little bit, maybe just stretch it a little bit. Okay, other arm, high elbow, into the wall, wrist. I'm going to press my wrist forward. It's not going to go anywhere, I'm just pressing forward. Ready, press. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax, okay, feeling it right here. Really good exercise for the pool deck. High elbow, other arm, ready, press. Relax, okay, we went a little longer on that one. Other arm, high elbow, ready, press. Relax, okay. Feeling it right here, that's the external rotators, okay. This is the opposite motion of our swim motion. Our swim motion is internal rotators, coming down and taking that swim stroke. The opposite motion is the external rotators, okay. Somewhat of the recovery, which is lightweight because it's out of the water. Let's do a low elbow You might have seen this with bands before. Sometimes you'll see people doing this with the bands. What we're going to do is a little bit of a different concept, where if you have a band, you're going to take it from behind your body. So now my arm is across my body, and the band's coming from behind, and I'm going to pull a little bit. Okay, if you don't have a band, you can just lean into the wall. Okay, elbow across my body, wrist. I'm going to put my wrist into the wall, and now I'm going to press or do about 4 or 5 repetitions with the band. Okay, ready, press. Feel it right here. Relax. Feeling it right here, external rotators, okay. I'm trying to do this with my arm, but the wall's in the way. Okay, switch arms. Wrist into the wall, press. Relax. Again, if you have bands, 4 to 5 reps. Switch arms. Okay, standing up straight. Press. Relax. Okay, switch arms. I'll do with bands this time. Okay, ready, press. Relax. Good, external rotators. That's one you want to do on the pool deck to warm up. I would say the hip hinge and those two are really good on the pool deck. Warm up your rotators. And then this next one's really good for the pool deck too, because one of the problems with your overhead extension for the pull is that your third muscle in your tricep group tends to get really tight. If you're just standing like this all day, that third muscle is connected to the back of your shoulder, and it gets tight. So when we raise our hand like that, sometimes that's the one that you feel the tension. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean against the wall. I'm going to bring my hand overhead, and I'm going to bend at the elbow. I'm going to feel a little tightness right here. That's the long head tricep muscle, okay, the third tricep muscle. I'm going to put my elbow into the wall. Now I'm going to lean forward until I feel a little bit of tightness. Okay, I'm going to lean into that, and now I'm going to press, just like we've been doing for the other exercises. Ready, press your elbow into the wall, go. Relax. Okay, switch arms. Hand all the way back, elbow into the wall, lean into the wall, press. Relax. Good. This is a really good one, warming up before you jump in, because this is lengthening that muscle so that we can have our nice, long, natural arm pull. Okay, one more time. Elbow on the wall, lean forward, feel a little tightness, press. Relax. I already feel it loosening up. Other arm. Elbow into the wall, lean forward, press. Oh, yeah, I feel that loosening up a lot. Okay, let's start working on some of our technicals. So I'm going to do the technical stuff on the bench. You can do it on the ground just the same. It's just easier to see on the bench probably. But it all works the same. So the first thing that we're going to work on, and I have a 32-ounce bottle of water. This is 2 pounds. I have a half-gallon bottle. If there's water in it, it's 4 pounds. This is sand, so it's 6 pounds. Okay? I'm just going to use the 2 pound on this because I don't want to wear myself out too much. Try a lightweight to begin with, and then you can just move up from there as other classes. Yeah, you attend other classes. So the first motion we're going to do is the stroke initiation for freestyle and butterfly. I'm going to extend my arm straight up, so my shoulder is trying to go high over my head, and then I'm going to bend at the elbow. So I'm just bending at the elbow. Okay? This is the stroke initiation, early vertical forearm. This is where you produce force in the water. So the way to work this Dryland, I'm going to lay down, extend my arm up as high as I can over my head. I have a weight in my hand, 2 pounds in this case, and I'm just going to bend at the elbow and rotate forward with my hand, internally rotate. I'm trying to not move my upper arm at all, okay? So see here, I'm pushing down so that it doesn't move. Let's do 10 of these. 4. 10, relax. Okay, switch arms. Okay, I'm gonna try to get my shoulder as high over my head as I can. Bend at the elbow, 10 reps, go. You can push on your upper arm if you need to keep it in place. 3, 5, and 10. Okay, I'm gonna extend both my hands over my head, grab my weight. This is, again, opening up the chest just like we did the very first exercise in the door frame and in the warm-up. I'm just feeling a little bit of a stretch in my chest here. Bring the weight a little bit over your head, not too much. Again. Again. Okay, we're just opening up the chest, feeling a good stretch. Okay, good. We're trying to increase our range of motion. So we have the internal and external rotator exercises that we can do on the pool deck that are really good for the warm-up, and then the overhead tricep press, right? So this is the 4th exercise that you should do for your upper body warming up before you swim. This is a really good one. I'm going to get my elbow high. Okay, so now I've initiated the stroke. My arm is in a good position to produce force behind me. I'm traveling in that direction. And now I have to bring my arm down through the power phase and push all that water behind me. Okay? So in that position, I'm going to put my elbow into the wall. Obviously, I'm facing you, forearms perpendicular, and I'm going to lean into the wall so there's less gap here. So I'm leaning into the wall. I'm feeling stretch right here, all through the side of my body. And I'm going to push my elbow into the wall for 5 seconds. Ready, go. Okay, I'm trying to do a pull down. Relax. Whew, that's hard. Okay, this is a good warm-up before you jump in the pool. Other side, elbow. Okay, I'm trying to push my arm all the way down like I was taking a swim stroke, but the wall's in the way. Press your body into the wall. Decrease that gap if you can. This is a really good stretch right now. Ready, press. Pressing the elbow. Relax. Okay, same thing. Remember, I'm just pressing the elbow into the wall. I'm trying to do a full stroke. Press. Relax. Good. Good activation. Activating the lat muscle on the back, chest muscle, other arm. Ready, press. Couple muscles in your arms. Relax. Okay. Are also activating to take that swim stroke. All right, let's go to the recovery, the exit of your arm out of the water, okay? I'm going to do 2 arms at once for this. So it's going to look kind of like a butterfly recovery, but it works the same for freestyle. So don't worry about it too much. We're just going to do 2 arms because it's more efficient. We can do them both at the same time. Okay, I'm going to lay flat on the ground, or in this case on the bench. I finished my stroke, right? So my forearms are still vertical in the water before I pull them out, right? And my elbows are high and next to my rib cage. All I'm going to do here is relax my shoulders, pull my shoulders up, hold that position, ready, go. Relax shoulders down. Okay, squeeze the shoulder blades up, ready, pull them back. Squeeze, go. Relax down. Shoulder blades back. Squeeze. Down, relax. One more time, shoulder blades back. Squeeze. Push your hands all the way back behind you. Squeeze that position. Good, relax. Okay, good. That's the muscles that are pulling our arm out of the water. We're rotating, but even in butterfly, you're going to be pulling with the back muscles, okay, to get your arms out of the water, to clear the water. Otherwise, you're dragging your hands through the water and wasting a lot of energy, right? Okay, let's do a couple ab exercises to finish out real quick. The one I like the most for just activation of your core is the Russian plank or the RKC plank, however you want to call it. What I'm going to do is it's going to look like a normal plank, but I'm actually pulling my elbows into my feet as hard as I can. So this is what it looks like. It doesn't look like much. Elbows forward of my shoulders, go into the plank position, now pull. Okay? So I'm going to do that for like 5-6 seconds. That's much more effective than just holding a plank for 2 minutes because your whole core is activating, okay? So when I say ready, go into the plank position. And then when I say go, try to pull your elbows into your feet, activate your core, okay? Ready, up, go. Relax. Okay, good. Take a little bit, 10-second break. Stay in that plank position. We'll do 3 more. Okay, ready, up. Go. Squeeze. Squeeze. Relax. Good, 2 more. You should feel like you're activating even more as you go. Plank position, ready, up. Go. Relax. 1 more. 10 seconds. Ready, up. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. Good. Okay, good ab activation. All right, so we're going through a bunch of swimming motions, activating all the swimming muscles for all 4 strokes, and then doing some technical work when we did the arm initiation, the power phase, and the arm exit, okay? So a little bit of technical work there with some light weight. If that was easy, if I use the 6-pound half-gallon with sand, that gets a little bit tiring on the arm initiation. So if the 2-gallon or if the 2-pound was a little easy, go up a little bit of weight if you can. Maybe a half-gallon just with water is 4 pounds, and that's going to start like making it a little bit harder really quickly. Like you don't need a lot of weight for these movements. Okay, so let's start working on our overhead throwing. if you want to stick around for the water polo part. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to kind of activate my throwing motion. This looks similar to one of the first exercises we did to open up the chest. This one I'm going to do one arm because I'm going to lean a little bit more forward. I'm going to walk a little bit more forward, hand on the door frame. And how it's going to look is my arm's going to be behind me a little more because for the throwing motion, I can turn my body, right? So I'm going to turn my body about 45 degrees. Now I'm going to feel a little bit of tension, walk forward until I feel a little bit of a tension in my chest and my shoulder. Make sure my elbow is about ear height, okay? And now I'm going to press into the door frame with my hand. Ready, press. Feeling it a lot right here. This is the initiation of your ball throwing motion. The stronger you are here, relax. The stronger you are in that position, the more energy you're going to put on the ball at the beginning of the shooting motion, okay? We'll do the other arm just for balance. That'll help you with your swimming also. Okay, lean forward. I feel a stretch. I feel a stretch right here in the armpit and in the chest. Ready, press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Okay, same thing, right arm. I'm right-handed, so most of the stuff I'll talk about, I'll be doing it right-handed. Lean forward, stretch, press. Go. Pretend on your hand, and you're trying to move it forward. Relax. Okay. Left hand. See how I'm kind of like walking forward just a little bit? I'm trying to find that stretch point right here. So I'm just going little by little until I get it. Ready, press. 4, 5, relax. Okay, good. So that's the start of our throwing motion. I'm right here. The faster I can get that energy on the ball right there, the faster it's going to be coming out of my hand. Okay? If I have a slow motion here, all I'm really doing is snapping with my wrist, and I'm not getting a lot of energy on the ball. Good. So let's kind of warm up our hips for some egg beater, because obviously we're going to be egg beatering while we're shooting. First exercise is internal triple flex. So I'm going to raise my knee up. I'm going to put my hand on something because I need balance. Raise my knee up, and then I'm going to internally rotate my hip, my leg, out here. And I'm going to grab it with my hand. Okay? I'm keeping the knee up. Keep the knee up. Now I'm going to press my foot down into my hand, like I'm starting an egg beater or a lunge kick or a breaststroke kick. Okay? So ready, press your foot down into your hand. Go. And then I'm going to let go with my hand while pressing. Let go. And let the leg shoot forward, shoot downward, okay? Okay, let's do it again. Knee up. Okay, rotate, grab, press down. Release. Okay, good. Other leg, knee up. Rotate out. Grab your foot. Press downward, down, not into your hand, down. Release. Okay. One more. Knee up. Rotate. Press. Press down, press down. Relax. Up, release. Okay, good. Now we're going to do external rotation. This isn't really for egg beater. This is just to balance out the activation in our hips. Knee up. I'm going to externally rotate so my foot comes inward and grab with my hand. Now I'm going to press down for 5 seconds. Same thing, press down. Feeling it right here on the side of my leg. And release your hand so that your foot shoots down, okay? Make sure you're releasing and allowing your leg to move in the range of motion. Okay, one more right leg, knee up, rotate your foot, grab it, and press down, press. 2, 3, 4, release. Good. Other leg. Knee up. Rotate. Grab your foot and press down. Release. Good. Okay, see I'm kind of shaking it out as I go through this also. Knee up. Rotate, grab, press down. Go. Release. Good. Okay, now I'm going to rotate it back and forth. Kind of shake it out a little bit. Okay. I'm going to rotate the mat 45 degrees to you, like I'm shooting at you. I'm going to spread out my knees kind of as far as I can, and then try to put my toes out and my heels on the mat. If you can't put your heels on the mat, don't worry about it right now. You'll get there. If you have to have your heels up, that's fine. Okay, but we're trying to get our heels on the mat because now this is our breaststroke position, our breaststroke and our lunge position. Okay, I'm going to lean back just a little bit. I might feel a stretch here, 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 here. I'm going to feel a stretch somewhere. It's all different for different people. Okay, once you feel that stretch, stop, and then come back up. Okay, same thing. Do 5. Just warming up the hips in the egg beater position. 3, 4, 5. Just nice and controlled. Okay, and I'm doing that because now I'll take the 2-pound bottle, or if you have a 1-pound bottle, a 12 or a 16-ounce bottle. A 12-ounce bottle is similar to the weight of a water polo ball. The reason I'm using the bottle is because I'm going to do the throwing motion, and I don't want the ball to slip out of my hand and hit the camera, right? So now I can grab this a little better. So I'm going to go into that egg beater position, trying to widen my knees a little bit, and I'm going to start from the shot initiation position, just like we worked on the warm-up. And I'm not going to throw fast, but what I'm trying to do is activate here and my chest to move the ball. Okay, that's why you should have felt the stretch in your chest when you're doing the overhead throwing warm-up, because that's what you want to use to initiate the throw. You don't want to throw with your arm like this, right? Okay, so I'm going to activate with my oblique here and my chest. And let's do 5 throws. 1. All the way up, all the way back. 2. All the way up, all the way back. 3. All the way up, all the way back. 4. All the way up, all the way back. 5. Okay, good. Okay, relax. Switch sides. Try this with your left hand or your off hand. Okay, it's not going to be great, but we're just kind of keeping a balance. You should be able to throw with your offhand just a little bit. Okay, so rotate. Hand up and all the way back. We'll do 5. Ready, activate with the opposite side of your core and your chest. Okay, ready, throw. 1. All the way up, all the way back. 2. All the way up, all the way back. 3. All the way up, all the way back. 4. 1 more. 5. Okay, good. Stretch out your shoulders a little bit. Let's go back to your strong hand side. Okay, I feel a little bit of stretch in my adductors, my groin muscles. Okay, I haven't done this in a while, been out of the pool, so I'm still stretching a little bit on this too. Side to side, kind of feel a little hip stretch. Okay, I'm going to do 5 more throws. Arm all the way up, all the way back. Got the ball in my hand. Initiating with this, my chest, and I'm leaning down. I'm going to lean down a little bit onto this outside hip a little bit, okay? Completing the throwing motion. Ready, go. Okay, leaning down a little bit into my, for me, my left hip. Throw. Throw. all the way up, all the way back, throw. Okay, initiate with your core and your chest, throw. Initiate with your core and your chest, lean down, throw. Okay, one more, throw. Good, good. Ball's high in the air. We're using the bigger parts of our body to throw versus the smaller arm muscles, okay? So the last thing we'll do to kind of help with our shooting motion is we'll activate our wrist action. Okay, so we're gonna strengthen the front of our wrists, our forearms, to kind of get that whip action a little better, okay? I'm gonna place my hands flat on the ground or on the mat. I'm gonna walk forward with my legs until I feel a stretch right here in my forearm, just a light stretch right there. Okay, now I'm gonna press my fingers into the mat. I'm trying to rotate my hand, but obviously the mat and the ground are in the way, so it's not gonna move, but I'm gonna press, 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 okay? So feel a little stretch, ready, press. Relax. Okay, shake it out. Just flex and extend your wrist, shake it out a little bit. Okay, we're working on our wrist snap with the ball. Okay, lean forward for a stretch in your wrists and press. We're pressing hard like 80, 90%, maybe not 100%. Relax. Good, stretch it out a little bit. I feel it right here. I haven't done these in a while because we haven't been in the pool, played water polo in a while, but I'm definitely feeling it. Feeling that activation. Okay, same thing, lean forward and press. Relax. Okay, shake it out. So now I have the ball. So that's my wrist motion. Okay, wrist is back when I'm getting ready to shoot. And then snap the wrist at the end of the shooting motion or throwing motion. Okay, so that's what we're working on. It might feel a little tired already. Mine kind of does. I haven't been in the water in a while. But if you do this on a consistent basis, then you'll start feeling your ability to snap that ball is just better. Okay? All right, so half an hour of some swim training, 15 minutes of some throwing work for water polo, plus some hip work for our egg beater. So this was a good workout. The other workouts we'll be working on different things. Like for the swimming, we might work on like some backstroke or some breaststroke stuff one day, but we'll still do the freestyle activation because they're the same pulling motions. And then for water polo, some days we'll work on maybe our egg beater a little more or our shooting a little more. We probably only did about half of the exercises that we could do here in 45 minutes. So there's quite a bit of other things that we can do to activate and improve both our swimming and our water polo game. So thanks for joining. We have class from Tuesday and Thursday mornings, and then this will be restreamed in the afternoon on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, so I hope to see you guys again. Thanks.